New Year, everyone. I'm Michael Miller. This is Live with Miami's Community News, and our guest is none other than Frank Calderon from Miami-Dade Solid Waste. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Michael, and Happy New Year.
Yeah, thank you. So here we go. Let's go over the basics. We got a new year. Christmas is over, right? Christmas trees. What do people do with their Christmas trees?
Christmas trees, I think tomorrow is the 6th, so beginning the day after the 7th, they can put them out on the curbside, and our crews will... our crews are going to begin. I don't know exactly when. I want to say in a week or so. I'll have to look at the dates and to cover it. Maybe next show we can talk a little bit more about it, and I'll refresh my own memory and get all the details. But just to make sure that people don't miss the last day.
Yep.
But yeah, if you start putting them out after tomorrow, you should be fine.
Okay. So now all the family's gone home. All right. Now they can. Wow, we didn't have to completely repaint the whole house, just the part that their family was going to be in. But so we have Christmas trees, all right, that they can put it out there, and there'll be a cutoff date, and you're going to let folks know, all right? And you let them know on social media, typically.
Yes, social media and on our website as well.
Okay, let's talk about all the toys that people got over Christmas. New telephones, new computers, new all that stuff for the kids and the grandkids. And now you got this old, whatever it was perfectly good on the 24th. Now the 25th is totally valueless, all right? And so what do we want people to do with their stuff that's going to sit around for a week, 2 a month, and finally go, I don't want this old one, I got the new one?
Well, you can find a place to donate it, maybe like a Goodwill or Salvation Army or something like that. Check with them first. I am not a representative of them. I don't know if they take electronics or not, so please check with them first. They probably do, especially if it's something that's in good condition, but check, please. But otherwise, what I can tell you is you can bring it to one of our home chemical collection centers, or the mobile events, which don't start until February, the end of February, but the dates are listed on our website if you want to wait for a location closer to you. But you can bring it to one of our 2 home chemical collection centers.
And can we put up their website? So if people want to get more information and all the dates and everything that are up there.
Miami-Dade.gov/solid waste.
Okay. And so inquiring minds want to know. Does Frank Calderon know any public information about the new waste-to-energy plant? Anything new that you can say publicly?
I really don't know much. As a matter of fact, I think it's still under cone of silence. It was briefly open for them to talk about it at the Board of County Commission meeting. The last thing I remember hearing about that was that the two entities that provided proposals, one of them was FPL, and the other one was a Spanish, I believe, environmental company called FCC, that the Board of County Commissioners asked them if they could work together to come up with a proposal between the two of them. And that's all I know.
This is a big deal because whoever has that's a long-term agreement.
Yeah, most likely. I mean, it'll take 10 years roughly just to build it, just to get it in operation. And of course, whoever goes through that effort is going to want to, keep running it or operating it for a long period of time afterwards. So,
and at that point, it'll be big enough to power a lot of homes, right?
Presumably. I can't say how much. I can tell you that the old facility was anywhere between 35 to 45,000 homes. This one may be along those lines, maybe a little bit more.
So somebody said to me, well, wherever it goes, why don't they give free power for everybody that's within X feet of the plant? So anyway, so that was not a joke, but somebody had brought that up. So that could be continue to be discussed the next couple of months, but my guess is within a year they can have it, and then we'll be able to put that aside and not have to talk about it anymore.
Well, there'll be milestones. They're going to work on the design for some time while they're working on the permitting and stuff like that, and then there'll be a groundbreaking ceremony, and so there'll be some milestones along the way.
So I know that we'll be really happy when it moves forward, and I'm wondering how long people will go from being happy to like, what's taking so long? But that's sure to happen. Okay, so lots of times when people are doing work on their cars, all right, not people that I know, but I drive by and I see what do you want them to do with the old oil and the Freon, not the Freon, the stuff they put in the radiator?
Yes, the coolant.
The coolant.
Bring it to one of our home chemical collection centers. We also have the home chemical, the mobile events, they'll accept those materials there as well. I should note also, at least for the oil, we have, for those people who are our customers, want to make a distinction here. The home chemical collection centers are open to any Miami-Dade resident. All you have to do is they're going to ask for your ID to make sure you're a Miami-Dade resident, not sneaking in from another county. But if you're a Miami-Dade resident, no problem, no questions asked. You don't have to be our customer. You don't have to get garbage service from us. But we do have the TRCs, 13 neighborhood trash and recycling centers. Some of them, and we've increased the number in recent years, not all of them, but some of them, you have to check the website to see which ones, or call 311, will accept used motor oil. So you can bring it there as well. And some of them will also accept used electronics, which we talked about earlier. Not all of them do. So if you do receive garbage service from us, you can take it to those sites as well. The used motor oil or the used electronics. Just check first either on our website to see which sites accept these items, or call 311 and they'll let you know which ones do.
So let's talk a little bit about it's called bulky waste, but let's say it's all the trees you have in your yard. Let's go trim those, and your landscaper is going to go, do you want me to haul it away, or you want the county to haul it away? All right, and then so he says you can get it free. They'll tell you you can get it free from the county. So what do you want the homeowner to know about having those trees cut and leaving it out front?
Well, the first thing is you do have to set the appointment first. Now it's an appointment. You pick a day out of the days that are available. It's a pull down menu. You've seen it. You've gone online and done it, and just see what days are available. You can put it out up to 3 days in advance. You can also call 311 if you don't like doing the online thing, and 311 will tell you the days that are available. And then at that point, you coordinate with your landscaper to get it done. New Year, so if you're a customer and you haven't already used up you haven't in these first few days already used up your bulky waste pickups, you have 2 brand new bulky waste pickups you can use this year.
So there was a guy, I need to have some work done, cut down some old trees and blah, blah, blah. So he says, when can I do it? I said, well, it's a lot of money. I'm not sure I want to do it right now. He says, well, do you want me to leave it up front, or you want me to take it with? I said, do not do anything, right? Because I don't want to get caught with the problem, which is you tell your guy to put it out, and then you go
and you don't have the appointment,
and you don't have an appointment, and that creates a problem for everybody.
Yeah.
So just get the appointment, and then you call your landscapers out. And most of the time, the guys I know, they're in that loop, so they understand it. Except for, I don't know if they make money, how much they make when they haul it away, but some recently chopped limbs and trees takes up a lot of space, and a week later all of a sudden it takes up less space because all the leaves are gone. But they notify you 3 days at a time. All right, your landscaper can come out and they'll pick it up within how many days?
Whenever the appointment is set. They typically pick it up on the appointment day. If they're running a little bit late, they might take another day, but for the most part, they pick it up on the day.
When I booked in December,
Mm-hmm.
It was 3 weeks out, right? And then as it turned out, I made the guy take it with him.
Okay.
Because I go, no, I see, you can't put it out.
It's too early.
I said, it's too early. Plus you kill all that grass out front.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about, I was in the city of Miami and I saw their big, beautiful garbage cans, all right? They seem bigger, by the way. And I don't know why that is, all right? But it's just the city of Miami.
Optical illusion. I think
so.
they're, because the standard cart size for the large, which is the default that we distributed back when we first started distributing these carts, was the large, which is 96 gallons. And I believe theirs are about the same size. It might just be the color, or maybe theirs are, have different bevels on them and stuff. I don't know.
Okay, so I'm ready to turn in 2 of my carts to get it fixed, all right? And I'm going to put them out on garbage for me gets picked up Monday. I'm going to find out how long it takes. I'm going to put them out there because mine have been, they're
Beaten
tough.
up.
They're holes in the bottom of it, all right?
Yeah.
And by the way, if people drag that, I still think you could sort of drag it stupidly. That'll tear through the plastic a lot faster.
It could. They do have wheels. As long as the wheels still work,
yeah,
you should be fine.
Yeah. Anyway, so there's no charge for repair or replacement.
Correct.
And if somebody wants another cart because they have more stuff, there's a fee they pay. It's not for the cart, but it's for the service.
So it's an annual fee,
Yeah.
for the garbage.
Yeah,
not
for the garbage. And when you think about it, it's really inexpensive because it's about $160, and most people would have it picked up 26 times now.
Yeah.
Yep, 26 times. So that's like, I don't know, how much is that?
Well, somebody told me, because I always tell people a
But-
cubic yard is about the size of a washing machine. Well, one of those, the big carts, the 96-gallon carts, is half a cubic yard. So now you're going from, okay, I'm trying to do math here, mental math on the fly while I'm live. 2 pickups, 52, 104. So that's 104 divided by 2. We're back to 52. So 52 cubic yards during the course of the year. If you get a second cart, it's another 52 cubic yards of waste.
So it's a big deal and really inexpensive. All right, when they factored in, I'm thinking how much would we have a guy that we use for our recycle stuff here. When they come out, it's a lot of money. They don't care what it is, all right, but it's a lot of money to do that. So it's a good deal for the county residents. One of the better services, by the way. I mean, police are great too, but I don't have too much contact with that. My wife reminds me, today is Monday, put it out. Today is Thursday, put it out. I said, I'm not doing it at night because I don't want to come back with all those bugs all over.
You ever see the movie Nobody?
No.
Well, it's one of these action movies. A guy who's like just a regular Joe, and then find out that he was some secret special forces operative in his younger years, and now he's going out and anyway. One of the themes in the movie is they're showing him as his normal self with his family. He keeps forgetting to he always misses the truck. The truck comes by, he runs out, putting us like a running gag at the beginning of the movie. He always misses the truck, and his wife gets mad at him for it.
One of the things I wanted to note is you told me on whatever holiday it was, they say, listen, they're going to be out early because there's not traffic.
Yes, Thanksgiving. Most likely because there's no traffic.
I walked out of the house. I said, Susan, I'm taking this and putting it in the garbage out front because they're going to be by any minute. I walk out there, they're already there at 7:30. It's like, wow. And these are good guys. By the way, any openings with the solid waste?
I didn't check. Usually I check on Mondays just to make sure I could answer that question. I don't know that there's any
but they go to the website,
right,
which I know we're going to show in another minute.
And that's a different website. It's the county website, but it's miami-dade.gov/jobs for open position. Jobs with an S, so plural.
But they could go to the county one and hunt around. They could find that.
Yes.
That's for all jobs that are open throughout the county.
All county jobs, correct.
And how many people work for the county, more or less?
I want to say it's like 30,000 or close to 30,000.
A lot of people, right? So maybe that's one thing the county could do is get more jobs for people. We can help out there. All right. So, all right. So let's talk about lawn equipment. The guys, when they get aged out, they don't want to do the lawn anymore, but they got all the equipment left. So after you talk with the guy that's going to be cutting your yard and offering it for free, all right, what do you want them to do with the old equipment?
The old equipment can go to our trash and recycling centers if you are our customer. The one thing that they do requires that it be drained of all fluids, including any gasoline or petroleum or whatever, and any motor oil type. And those can be brought over to our home chemical collection center, or only the oil, not the gasoline. The gasoline can be brought to home chemical collection center. The oil can be brought to home chemical collection center or the TRC locations that do accept oil.
So a couple of years ago, we went and bought a gas and oil powered blower. Makes a ton of noise. All right, that's it. I'm done with that. All right. So I bought the battery one. It's perfect. Just do it like this. Right? You just take it and put it in the thing. And I used to say, well, what if it goes bad? I mean, what if the battery runs out? Well, what do you do if the gas goes out? You got another one. And it's really incredible. So the people that are involved in that, consider that battery operated stuff. Plus, it's a lot quieter, and it doesn't smell. Doesn't have the smoke pouring out of it.
You can mow the lawn at 6 in the morning on a Saturday, and nobody will say anything.
Go ahead.
Pro tip,
I'll meet you out there.
Pro tip, though, especially if you have a big yard and you know that you can't get it all done in one charge, do the front yard first, and then the backyard. Charge it up, and then do the backyard. I don't know. Is
that when you turn around, you blow it back in your yard instead of into your neighbors? When nobody does that. I did see, by the way, a county guy. They were blowing some stuff, and they actually did a more than a better job in trying to contain it rather than blowing it all over the street. So my hats off to that department. Okay, so we got bulky waste pickup. All right, they can order that, dial 311 or go to the county website. It's really simple, folks, to do that. We have places where they can take their old I will never sell this old piece of computer I have until the 25th, and then I'm going to give it away. So there's places they can take that and be able to do that. What do you want people to do with batteries, and which ones you want them to recycle?
Batteries, well, batteries can get complicated, but when in doubt, just bring it to our home chemical collection centers or to one of the mobile events, which again, I think the first one's February 28th. We do have the schedule or the calendar for the home chemical collection mobile events on our websites, Miami-Dade.gov/solid waste. Typically, the lithium batteries for sure, nickel cadmium, which is rare. It's like the weird looking ones. So the weird looking batteries, the button batteries, rechargeable batteries, those all should definitely be brought to home chemical for proper disposal. The ones that you can throw out in the garbage, batteries should never go in the recycling cart, by the way. The ones that can be thrown out in the garbage are the alkaline or the heavy duty, which are the older ones. I think most nowadays you don't find those even anymore, just pretty much the alkaline ones. Those can be, AA, AAA, CD, 9-volt. Those can be thrown out in the garbage, but any other type of battery should be, besides those, should be brought to our home chemical collection. I want to emphasize again, only alkaline, the A, B, C, the ACD batteries, only alkaline can go in the garbage. Everything else, lithium, everything else must go to home chemical.
So inquiring minds want to know, what happens to your old electric vehicle's battery or to the car?
That is a good question. Once you get rid of the vehicle, we don't generally take those just because since they're part of the vehicle, and I'm not aware of it being like a DIY situation where you can take it out yourself. You usually work through a dealership. Since they're licensed and all that, I'm pretty sure most of them are going to do the right thing and do proper disposal of them. Lithium batteries, if not properly handled, can cause fires, and they are one of the biggest causes of fires in garbage trucks, which is why we say no lithium batteries, please. Bring them to our home chemical. If you can't wait, or if it's too far for you, wait until we have one of our events close to you. Visit our website, Miami-Dade.gov/solid waste, and see which one of our sites is going to be closest to you, and you could take it there. But please don't ever throw lithium batteries in the garbage or recycling.
So, and I keep thinking of these truck drivers, men and women. Typically, what time's the first route start?
They pretty much start at 7 a.m. They're not allowed to start before that.
And they go to work, and then at 7 o'clock they go out on the route.
They'll get to work around 6:30, and then they go out and they check in with the supervisor, and then they go out. They check their vehicle. They're supposed to do a walk around and make sure everything looks good, and then they go out on the routes.
When did that big dent get in there? I don't know. So, but let's talk about with the how many stops during the day, how many homes do they go to during the day?
About 1,100, 1,200, depends on the the routes, but the routes are generally about 11 to 1,200.
By the way, I want to thank Rochelle, who's a school teacher. She's producing the show today. Third, fourth, fifth grade teaching. All right, and she probably knows more about garbage. All right, you have the three people sitting right here, and welcome back to your regular schedules. And thanks for being here. And so, what school do you teach at?
Laura C. Saunders Elementary.
And that's where?
Florida City.
Florida City. Just to refresh people's memory, Michelle lives in like South Palmetto Bay. She drives to Florida City. She teaches, and then at 2 o'clock or so, she drives up here. And when she's done here, she drives back. All right. Yes. So she's committed. All right. And I got to tell you that when I speak to other teachers about Rochelle, when they come here, the commitment that these teachers have to the young people and to this education system is really remarkable. There's a certain pride that they have, in doing that. And I think most of us also acknowledge, that. So again, my hat's off to you. And okay, so here we have, we're doing a big event here with the Strive 305 People Initiative of the Miami-Dade County. I think in a couple of weeks we'll be here at the building. We expect a lot of people. We have 10 guest speakers. Each one's going to be in a different room. So when the people, you want to hear about this is the guy you go talk to. You want to hear about this? Plus we'll have some shows that we're doing. So I want to thank the county government, including our mayor. And congratulations to former County Commissioner Eileen Higgins, who's now the mayor of the city of Miami, former commissioner. So there's 2 women mayors, all right, in Miami-Dade County mayor. And then Eileen Higgins was the first female.
For city of Miami.
For the city of Miami, which is an extraordinary.
The biggest city.
Yeah, what?
The biggest city in the county.
Yeah, so extraordinary, all right? In the year 2025, we broke through that glass ceiling, so congratulations to her and to her team. Okay, so we have Home Chemicals that's going to have a mobile one in February, right? If somebody needs a replacement cart, they can call up. They can do that. They need bulky waste. They can call either 311 or go on themselves. Mm-hmm. And it's hard to screw it up, actually, because the first time I couldn't figure it out. After a while, we go, oh, no, this is what you do. Don't test them, all right? Because you will get that ticket, right? So if you got a ticket, mm-hmm. then you still have to call up and make another appointment, which could be in a couple of weeks. Or do they pick it up? And say,
I think you have to make an appointment.
Right.
That'll be part of the resolution on the ticket.
Okay, and more or less, how much is that
that's
ticket?
Something I need to check about. The ticket starts at $250 plus a $10 fee for illegal dumping. They most likely what they'll do is not give you a ticket outright. They'll probably give you a warning notice. Right. Especially if it's if it's a repeat, then you might get a ticket. But if it's a first time type of thing, they might give you a warning notice. And as part of it, I believe, and I need to confirm this with our enforcement people, but I believe as part of it, you have to set up the bulky waste appointment.
In case you happen to speak to some of the enforcement people or some of their PR, we haven't seen too many press releases from the county concerning getting caught for dumping stuff. So if they've got it, send it over. I enjoy doing that. All right.
Absolutely.
By the way, and I know I've said it 100 times, horse country is so clean as compared to 5 years ago. No matter what the other commission did, which is all the time, all right, would go out. So I don't know if the people are still going out or there's less dumping. They probably moved to your neighborhood to dump the stuff.
To be honest, I haven't noticed a lot more. So,
all right. So here we are. Again, people are looking for jobs. They go to Miami-Dade.gov/jobs. So here we go. We got just a couple minutes left. So you've been with the county how long now? 20 in August of this year, it'll be 26. So 25 plus. And tell us what you used to do before that.
Before that, I had 2 jobs immediately before I came to the county. I worked at Miami-Dade College. In the media relations department there, which was a part-time job. And I also worked at Radio Paz, Spanish Catholic radio station. My primary function there was the Miami Heat games, running the board basically at the station. They would feed me from the game location, and I would run play the commercials and all that stuff. It's actually kind of a fun job.
Wow. How old were you when you were doing that?
I was in my 30s.
Yeah, that's doing that stuff is pretty exciting to be involved in those type of things. So my hat's off to you, for doing that. All right, Frank, why don't you sign us out? We'll look at that camera so you know how to do it. Look at that camera right over there.
Yes. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you, Michael, for having me here. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Rachel, for doing your excellent job as a producer. Please continue to watch. Hope to see you here next week. And I forget how that saying goes.
The saying goes like this.
The Disney World saying.
What is it? So it's the Disney rule, which is,
when you hug somebody, don't be the first one to let go.
There you go.